Here's the 1986 Chrysler Fifth Avenue, and I'm trying to repair some of the problems it's got. It didn't have very many problems when I got it, but the problems that it did have related to the climate control and the radio. And so I took the front part of the dashboard off so I could access those systems. And I got the climate control module out, and I found that all the vacuum lines to the vacuum system were completely disconnected. I used this vacuum manifold here that completely disintegrated, but I was able to find some of the vacuum tubes like these ones here, and I got down underneath the dashboard and I figured out how this system works. Let's see if I can get some light on it. There's some diaphragms here that are actuated by vacuum, and let's see here, see if I can get everything positioned. They've got these little vacuum lines that go to it. There's two lines going out by the accelerator pedal here. The gray one goes to the heater control valve, and I think what it does is when vacuum is applied, it opens the line to let coolant into the heater core. The black one is manifold vacuum, and it goes to something like a little check valve or something. Then it goes to this purple line here. And what I found is that when I connected the purple line, and I think it's this black one here, or this brown one here, I was able to get air-conditioned air blowing out of the dashboard. So as a temporary repair, what I'm going to do is get a small piece of vacuum tubing and just join this end to this end. And also, having that vacuum line open would have contributed to has been causing a vacuum leak, which I'm sure contributed to the slightly rough idle this car has had. So what I need to try to do, because I just sort of butted these two ends together, and I was able to get the dashboard vents to work. And the cooling, the refrigerant system on this air conditioning system seems to be good, but it really didn't give you the cooling effect you'd want, because all the air was blowing out of the floor and the defroster vents. So tomorrow I'll go to the auto parts store and see if I can get some appropriate size vacuum tubing to connect these. Because just like on this one, eventually I did a retrofit on that car to do a manual control system of the temperature. But the first priority, of course, is air conditioning. Nice cold air conditioning. We probably won't need heating on this car until December. So first do just a quick repair, fix the vacuum leak and get the dash vents going. And then we'll research, see if I can get a new vacuum connector, or I think I found someone that had a vacuum diagram for this. What I'll need to do is just do a splice job of all these vacuum lines to the appropriate ones, because there's vacuum actuators for the dashboard vents, the floor vents, the defroster, and the heater control valve, and there may be other things too. And this has got automatic temperature control. It's got a potentiometer that is controlled by this temperature control lever. And down under there I found something that looks like a blend door actuator that's controlled by a vacuum. So somewhere there's an electronic module to modulate the temperature on this. But I think that the failure mode that's in is probably okay now, because it's defaulting to full cooling. Now the other problem this had is with the radio, and again, as a temporary repair, somewhere I've got a Chrysler radio that's a little bit newer than this one. It's got a black faceplate, and I think it may actually be out at the storage unit. I had it in the laundry room for ages, but I ended up taking it to the storage unit, I think, so I'm going to have to search for it. But I'll put that in temporarily, but I hope I can fix these buttons. The problem with this radio is that none of the button-controlled functions would work. The knobs would work, so I could at least adjust the volume and tune in a station, but I couldn't change to the AM mode. I couldn't eject the cassette. And the buttons are these little buttons, and something tells me that there's some kind of conductive foam in these or something, because that has disintegrated over time, because I can't get any tactile feedback from this button when I try to push it. It's just really hard and bound up. So I just don't know. I don't know if this is going to be fixable or not. But I sure would like to restore it if I can get some, figure out some way to fix these buttons. Either maybe find a source for some new switches or something. Whoops. Let's see, I need to make sure that I didn't lose anything there. I'm gonna get a Ziploc bag and we'll put all these parts for the radio in it so nothing gets lost. So there's at least this is the biggest thing, because I haven't been running the air conditioning on this because I didn't get enough ventilation blowing towards me with just the defroster and the floor vents. So I'm gonna fix that. Tomorrow I'll try and get that other Chrysler radio and get it installed, so that at least we can get some improvement in these systems here, and then eventually get the original systems working like they should.